Alright, we're jumping in again, and we're going to the
Zhang Tower.
garden? Is this the one that you were wanting earlier?
No,
No?
I'm wanting Helios. The lighthouse. This is another King of the Hill set.
A moment to enjoy some peace and quiet. Probably that's the moment, though.
Take it to the Space Jam.
System check initiated. Green,
I have an emote too.
I'm ready for
I
action.
shake my butt.
I got a confession for you, John.
Yo,
Never seen Space Jam.
saw it once in the theater as part of a school trip.
Kind of the one that's like, I almost don't feel like I need to see it. It is referenced and cut up and made callbacks to in so many times and so many things. Like, probably better if I just don't see it. It's kind of like, you can quote Spaceballs and it's hilarious, but you sit down and you watch Spaceballs again, and you're like, I don't know if this was actually that funny. It seemed funnier in my head. You know? Once you get some distance away from it, it's hilarious.
Speaking of it, I do enjoy that part where, you know, they're doing the combing the desert scene. And instead of, the stormtrooper going, "Look, sir, droids," this guy's just going, "We ain't found shit."
Yeah. And they have a hair pick too.
Yes.
And
They're literally combing the desert.
they're combing the black stormtroopers are combing the desert with a hair pick, and they have afro helmets.
Because
But I mean, that's Mel Brooks, all of his stuff. Probably wouldn't play today, but it was played back in the day. There's also a thing Mel Brooks always had too, of like the Jewish community and the black community bonding in a way
maybe Zarya
that made it a little different.
We got 3 tanks on our team.
Do we?
The opposing team, there's 2 Zaryas and a Winston. That's just an annoying ass game. I hate these maps where the objective has something right in the middle. It pretty much just neuters my ultimate.
Oh, because you can't throw up the in the air and do it.
Yeah. I mean, you're basically deciding, okay, I'm gonna pick a side, and then me and hopefully my squad will defend the other
They
one.
have jammed your radar. Jammed? Yes, it's
Great.
strawberry.
Strawberry. Alright. John from Suck Flip.
Good God, they've gone plaid. See, like I said, the movie is just infinitely quotable and awesome. You rewatch it, and it's like not. I remember a lot better than when I sit down and I've watched it again, and just.
I think part of that may be, instead of just sitting down and watching the movie, you're waiting for them to get to the part where they say blank.
Yeah. Like I'm waiting for the
Like
We're watching now, sir. Now? No, that was just then. Now we're watching now. Now.
Like The Princess Bride. It's a great movie, but I think most people now, if you watch it and you've already seen it before, you're just watching.
The parts that don't hold up on The
you know,
Princess Bride for me, the annoying parts of like, can you get back to the damn movie, is Fred Savage and Columbo.
Falk?
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, this framing device is not working for me. Just get back to the story.
I enjoyed the late Peter Falk.
It's good.
So
it's good.
Fred Savage, not the Wizard. I don't give a shit. I mean, Wonder Years was fine and all, but
I watched a lot of Wonder Years. I'm okay with Fred Savage.
I watched it when I was a kid, and I didn't experience the '60s, so I really didn't give much of a shit. But the Wizard, now that was shit I cared about, because I gotta see Super Mario Brothers 3 before it came out.
God damn. The blatant marketing tie-ins of that movie, and I didn't realize it at the time. was oblivious to it. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Oh my god, the game is in the movie, the game we can play.
Ninja Gaiden was in there.
Oh, fuck that game. I don't know if I talked about this on the
Yeah,
show.
you did.
Of like, yeah, seeing the Grumps play it and realize how close to the end I was on that.
Yeah. I might bring out Ninja Gaiden Sigma at some point, just for shits and giggles.
I tried one of the Ninja Gaidens on the classic Xbox. I don't remember what the name was. Didn't get too far, and it wasn't into it.
The first, the original Xbox One, I think Ninja Gaiden 2 didn't come out until like 360 era, but as far as like the Team Ninja Gaiden games, not like
Yeah, it was a
the NES
Team Ninja
versions.
one. It may just be called Ninja Gaiden. It may have just
It
been
could have
straight out.
Ninja Gaiden Black.
That's what it sounds.
Which-
Yeah.
Because they had like a couple of different versions that had the DLC on the disc because, you know, at that point, you know, there were still a lot of people that didn't have, you know, requisite internet connections,
Oh God. Speaking of,
broadband, you know.
I gotta figure out we can get the classic Xbox hooked up to record,
Yeah.
which means I gotta figure out if it still works. I've had problems with the one we got, or if I can find my wife's. I want to play Mech Assault. I want to go back and play Mech Assault on stream.
That would be fun.
I love that fucking game.
Although, is anyone still playing that online?
I think all the online servers are dead for
'Cause I don't even...
the classic Xbox.
Yeah, I was about to say, unless somebody's, you know, some sort of homebrew thing going.
Maybe. I mean, I'll look around on the internet. The problem with the homebrew scene on the classic Xbox is it did not have enough memorable games and fan base to warrant like the excessive number of people you need to actually get the emulators up to par and everything.
Yeah.
And anything that would be worth like say the original Halo, like people would be like, yeah, I want to go back to the original Halo. We need to do that. Has been modified and ported to other systems and updated. So like there's not any game that was worth it got ported to something else.
Right.
And so there's not that many games like a Mech Assault that are like trapped on the platform to make it worthwhile for somebody to bother fixing the emulation scene. There may not be much in the way of like third-party fan servers and things like that for the games.
I do feel like somehow the mech game market is somehow underserved or has not been properly served yet. 'Cause I do feel like there's just, I don't know if it's gonna be Titanfall 2 or what it's gonna be, but there's just got to be a game where that works.
Yeah, I mean, there's Titanfall, and I'm looking forward to Titanfall 2, actually. It's probably gonna be near on my list. That looks really good. The first Titanfall was not enough to get me to buy an Xbox One.
No, nothing. Okay, there is. At the time of this recording, and I say this as somebody who's owned, you know, Xbox One, Xbox 360. I've owned multiple, you know, Nintendo, Sega, Sony consoles. I don't have a dog in the fight, okay? I'm not like, you know, X company fanboy. There is no reason to own an Xbox One right now.
Oh, no.
Literally none.
The price drops I don't even care about, because it's like, I don't... There's not exclusives to this platform. Like, and the fact that Titanfall 2 is going cross-platform, like, even hurts it even worse, because it's like, oh, well, I won't need to play Titanfall 1, why would I? I'll just play 2. And 2 looks really good, it's looking good.
Yeah.
But it's still a very arcadey mech type system. It's not the, I'm not going into a mech bay and customizing heat
It's not Steel Battalion.
Right. It's not
The
that level.
prohibitively expensive $250 controller.
That genre, admittedly, kind of like fighting games, got really far down its fan base
Yeah.
to the point of detriment to where it's like, these are costing too much to make for too small of a fan base. And so there's still probably a stigma attached to me remaking those. Although I think if you did actually go for MechWarrior 2 type sim game. Yeah, you would like just light fire to a market. I was psyched for.
Maybe VR will be the thing that does it. You know, where you can be inside the cockpit. I don't know.
I was psyched for an indie game. Was it Havoc? Was that the name of it? 'Cause they released a bunch of teaser trailer stuff and it looks amazing. And it turned out to be FPSs with mechs, and basically it's like a precursor to like Titanfall and everything.
Yeah.
Come out. So there's a game out recently that is like the Mech Commander series. When Microsoft had the FASA license, they did the Mech Commander, which was a top-down squad-based control. Much more akin to the board game BattleTech universe than playing it. And I really like those as well. Man, it's gonna bug me what the name of that is, because I need to get that on my watch list. Let's hit the Giant Bomb Mech Games wiki page. See if the name jumps out at me.
Weapon systems overloaded.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
I'm hiding behind this bush. I'm so sneaky.
Or maybe I just need to go to Austin Walker's Twitter stream. He will have mentioned it at some point. God, that's why I love reading. It was Hawking. That was the indie game I was thinking of. One of the reasons I love following Austin Walker is because he is way into the cute anime girls.
Yeah.
And also mechs. And it's just like, you complete me, dude. Like, there's not going to be another video game journalist who is going to be that aligned with my interests. Which also has made me think several times of like, how do we just combine these two? Like, I need to make that game.
Back in the game. Taking off.
Dang it. It was
Well-
recently released.
One of Konami's many recent atrocities associated with the removal of Hideo Kojima, you know, there's the more well-known, you know, Silent Hills project getting canceled, but most people don't know, care, remember, however you want to say it, was that they had announced a new Zone of the Enders game. Like
Really?
yeah, they had done like a teaser for it at E3, you know, Kojima came out, said it was in development, and then, you know, bullshit happened. That might be one that we do one of these days, is like Zone of the Enders 2. Because the first one's kind of, but the second one is also goofy, but it's, you know, there's a really good game attached to it. I've got the HD versions.
Oh, this is gonna drive me up the wall.
Love it when I'm ganged up on by like 4 dudes. Makes me feel like a badass.
Charging the hub.
Damage boost engaged.
Now that's teamwork. Nerf this. Mega action.
That's bullshit, Winston.
Ejecting.
I'm pretty mad about that. Oh well.
I know I think as I'm flipping my Steam cards and building my account,
The payload has reached.
which I started talking about many episodes ago, using the app Idolmaster, and then we got off on IDOL idols. Probably gonna get RimWorld so we can play that.
Rim job?
I mean, how do you name that game RimWorld? Like, how do you? That's just like, my man. Google search your name for a bit, you know?
Yeah.
Unless you knew, and then mad props,
Yeah.
you know?
짜증나.
Alright, and I on my phone look at the Steam top sales charts. I should be able to. Come on.
Oh my god. This has to be a group that plays together because their strategy is a little too on point.
Fire at will.
Like, the Zarya is always putting a barrier on the Winston, and they're never far apart from each other. It's pretty beautiful to watch. Props to them.
Oh, I also have Rust at some point we could play.
I'm sorry, what?
Rust, the open world survival game. It's the one that it takes your Steam ID and randomly generates your character. And
Okay.
you cannot. It takes your Steam ID to seed it, so you can't like re-roll your character ever.
Yeah.
If you're a dude, you're a dude. If you're a chick, you're a chick. Too bad you can't. Like, it enforces all of that. And the stats and dimensions, and it's the one that like will randomize the size of your genitalia.
Alright.
And it's like, I just kind of want to launch this game. I think I got it in a bundle with something else at some point. But it's like, I always wanted to load up this game and just like find out what am I, you know?
Yeah.
Just answer the question. What am I truly? But it's like a sort of a Minecrafty survival. It's not Minecraft graphics, but sort of like, you know, recipes and building things and
It sounds like a game I just utterly not enjoy.
yeah, it's a one-off. It's not something I would probably play a lot of.
Step right up.
There's a game called Ragnarok Clicker.
This related in any way to the MMO series?
Do not know.
Does it look anime as fuck?
Steam is not doing anything right now. There we go. Kinda. Got you clicking on what looks like a very obvious Dragon Quest blob.
Might be then. I don't know.
Collecting Zenny and artifacts and click your way to victory in the world of Ragnarok have been a symbol for your journey. Yeah, mixed reviews. Yeah, how many people downloaded this didn't realize what clicker means?
Oh,
Time to raise my DPS. Nerf this. All systems down.
Pretty sure my team just gave up on trying to do anything because I haven't seen anybody in a while.
And that moment when you see there's a game called Shadow Complex Standalone,
Standalone Shadow Complex?
Standing Alone Shadow Complex's, yeah, the Complex Shadow Zone. And then the next moment, you see free to play right beside it. You're like, oh, there's no way that's good. We Happy Few came out, and I didn't realize that was a survival game. That was a trailer with all the people masked and you know, have you had your joy today thing? And it's like I thought for sure that was gonna be like some kind of like BioShock thing. Turns out that's just a survival game.
I don't know what the hell just happened, but our team suddenly started playing, and I'd gotten to like, you know, over 3,000 damage without getting a single elimination, and I don't know, this match turned in a hurry. I'm curious to see if it's like gonna be a play of the game related or something just clicked. I don't know. Alright, well, time to clinch this one. Another one of the great things about D.va's ultimate is that it forces everyone off the payload, so it's a great way to end the match.
Play of the game.
All right. We'll see everybody next episode.